sorry everyone, by the way, if I'm just not seeming like super fired up. It's like, I find it weird talking about this stuff when everything else is going on, but also I'm just so tired of the lore being like this. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like whenever it was just way more straightforward, but with like a few little hints of things, I was like, okay, cool. But you know, it's like, man, we're in the afterlife. Nothing means anything. All the rules are fast and loose, and that's just. I can't wait for 10.0 and the lore to be in a different setting. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, we could very briefly talk about something that's not lore that's interesting. That I
what's
just
happened?
saw on Twitter. So, you know the Runewords, the big set bonuses.
Yeah.
Hotfix that was not communicated reduces their effects by 50%.
Cool.
I love my investment. I'm very happy to have my Chaos Bane be significantly weaker this week for no reason.
I sleep now. Goodbye. I mean, I'm sure some people would have liked to have known that, so that, you know, they're maybe make a different Great Vault choice last week, or sure thing. I guess, hey, can't balance it in time for launch, balance it later. Goes back to what you said earlier on in this stream, right? About, you know, making systems that you can reliably keep in, you know, in a good state.
Yeah. This is wait until Mythic, till the first, you know, 14 guilds will kill Mythic and then nerf it. Hog?
Sorry, I'm like dying inside all the time, guys.
Yeah. How about make your game right the fucking first time? I understand that it may not be easy in the current climate. I understand that, you know, COVID delays and stuff like that, but not saying this to any particular developers. Although I sort of am a little bit saying it to particular developers and saying, if you can't do it, make it easier for yourself. Just bullshit.
Yeah,
if someone comes to you and goes,
simple.
you know, if someone comes and goes, we really need a gearing system for this to work, turn around and go, are you fucking daft? I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. I can barely get anything else balanced. We can't get the covenants balanced. What are we doing? Adding a new, like, another stacking bit of, you know, why are we adding more to the House of Cards so the fall is just greater? Just stop. Make less, do it better. I mean, that's the thing, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I get a bit fired up when I think about this very specifics of problems. Design problems, fine, whatever. Problems that has been pointed out on PTR very, 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 very openly, widely across the community, and are not addressed, even though they are fairly simple to address as far as we're concerned, with zero fucking communication. Zero communication. That's the part that really irks me. And if the culture of Blizzard is we don't trust developers to speak to people, then fuck whoever writes those rules, because they do not care for players, they do not care for the developers, they don't care for anything, and they should get fucked.
Yeah. It's bad I saw that. I'm just like, I was never going to get that set anyway, judging by my luck.
Yeah, no, that's...
I'll just upgrade an inscrutable quantum device to 12 out of 12 instead. Easy.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, well, I mean, upgrade to 12 out of 12, and then it's still not the best, because you have to get it from the Great Vault in order for it to be the highest item level you can get for Mythic Plus, which means keep your sub rolling, do your 10 Mythic Pluses every week.
No.
Yeah, well then at what point? At that point, why stay subbed?
Oh, it's just what does my head. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Yeah, I was talking to Mike about that a while ago.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, just some of those. Anyway, right. Krammy42 said, at this point, I'm done with both them and the game. My headcanon Sargeras did slice up the world and killed everyone. Much more satisfying. You're just like, bam, I have found my ending. I'm happy with it. Goodbye. We lose.
Yep, bad end. You are free now.
Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? Go to that earlier super. Yeah, just take me back to whenever Sargeras did that. Back when, you know, everything was just so clear and clean and simple, and it was all big hype before the BFA times before. Oh, man. Take me back there.
Good times.
What I'd give to be able to, like, cover Legion with all that we're able to do now. I'm so sad that it's like we've only really ramped up in our capabilities and like the really cool shit that I know we can do.
Yeah.
Whenever the game has just floundered.
That's just thrown up on itself. Like, not like that's the game's thrown up on itself, not to mention anything else the company's done, which, you know, takes a more somber tone, but is, you know, also worth in the same pile. Different flavored, same pile of just Blizzard nightmares.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Kind of wild. We've got from D5K11. I love the cosmic stuff, but the story after Legion sucks. The main characters have zero development, and the story is just ridiculous letdowns. Make endgame story zones. Modern Plaguelands revamp with all new quests. I mean, hey, you told WoW players they're getting that. You know, you tell WoW players that like the first thrust of the new expansion is actually Lordaeron again, and there's big business going on Lordaeron. Oh man, people be hyped. People be hyped. Yep. Yeah, you know, I love the cosmic stuff too, in principle, right? Like, I thought that, like, TBC was super cool. Yeah, I was so excited when I was young, being like, oh my god, I'm going through a portal, I'm in space, look at that skybox, this is cool. But I think it's like, cosmic stuff, we're almost... I think when we say that, it's really a euphemism for general, you know, lore that feels like Lord of the Rings appendixes. Like, I love Lord of the Rings appendixes, but, like, that's not how you tell your story. That's just nice little supporting bits.
It's an appendix.
Yeah, it's an appendix, yeah. So, yeah, man, I get you. I think also endgame story zones. I mean, Suramar was a great success. I'd be super interested. What would happen if, you know, they made, like, a way more short and tight campaign for the level up experience, but then had, like, a way more in-depth Threads of Fate, and, you know, lots of zones that were a bit more like Suramar. You're doing them at endgame, and, you know, it makes sense to do that. And, you know, there's just ways I think they could do that really well. Flesh the world out. I'd be interested. I'd be interested to see for sure. I mean, Suramar was such a great success. It is a bit weird they haven't done it again, because people really seem to have liked it.
Resources.
I mean, at the time, people didn't like, you know, Arcway and stuff being gated, but they'd know not to make those little mistakes again.
Would they?
I could say so. Matt is not convinced.
Not literally not after seeing the news of them nerfing those things by, for quick update, I believe it was it Mandel? Someone was saying 50% nerf for Unholy, the Unholy set Chaos Bane, 40% for Blood, and 20% for Frost. Pretty substantial nerfs, considering they were adding, you know, sometimes well over 10% to your DPS. Were they too strong? Yes. Should they be nerfed now? Maybe. Should there be communication? Yes. Should they needed to be nerfed? No. That's the point. I'm just tired of them not making the game correctly, because that's what having to hotfix something feels like. You're not making the game correctly.
Yeah, like, I mean, even here's like a tweet from Tattles. Retroactively invalidating my choice of shard upgrades is so annoying. Yeah. Like, I just like go through my Twitter timeline. It's like a lot of the gameplay people are just like not happy. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Make the game right
first time. Do it right first time. Yeah. Measure twice, cut once, my dudes, please.
Yeah. I'm not saying people can be infallible, but this isn't. Or sorry, not saying people can't be fallible, but this is. Once it's a trend, once it's something to expect, then you really need to sort yourself out. Like, this has got a lot of the air of the same problems that plagued corruptions. Not the same problems, but similar in design problems. And if 2 patches later you keep running into the same issues, you need to look at something. That's it.
You can't make the same mistakes again and again and again and again. People get sick of it. They're sick of it.
Yeah, I'm brutally sick of it. Like, brutally sick of it.
Seeing the team stumble about is like, it's damaging my enjoyment of the game. Like, really. It's getting to the stage where it's like, I can overlook silly problems in the game, but like that I have so little faith in basically the basic design chops of the people making it. Just, yeah, I mean, look, from what I understand, the development of World of Warcraft is basically masterminded by a small quantity of people, and then that's just distributed to the staff to execute upon. I don't know if somebody is masterminding these systems. Stop, man. Stop. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, my dudes. So casual players don't like this shit. They don't care. They don't care. So the only people that, you know, care are like the ones who it impacts, and they generally don't like this shit.